Okay, you're all toxic, all of you. Let me explain why. I A few days ago, I was talking to a family member, and she was telling me how it's impossible for her to be alone. And I said, if you can't be alone, then how can you be with somebody else? If you don't like your own company, how can you be somebody else's company? It's kind of impossible. You're gonna be a bad company if you just don't like to be alone and then you go with somebody. She looked at me like I was crazy, and that made me think about being toxic. How we like to use that word. I hate that word, by the way, but we love to use that word when we talk about other people because of their behavior, because of the things they do that make us feel bad, negative behavior, or something they say, or the way they act, or whatever. And every time we find people like that, the first thing we do is run away from them. We run away from toxic people, okay? Because they make us feel bad for whatever reason. But what happens when you are the toxic one and you're being toxic to yourself? Let me explain myself. You are toxic to yourself, but you don't stand up to yourself for yourself. How so? We can be bullies, but not bullying somebody else, but bullying ourselves. For instance, when you have to, let's use something, an easy example. You have to go to the gym. Maybe not to lose weight, but to help you on your joints and to help you walk better and feel better. But yet you don't do it because it's raining today. Oh my God, the bed feels so good. But you have to do it because it's gonna make you feel better. Because maybe the doctor, told you that you needed to do that for your own good. Yet you tell yourself a bunch of stories. So those stories are actually you bullying you. You being toxic to yourself. Yes? And every time you use words like that, not doing something that you know is good for you, you are bullying yourself and you're being toxic to yourself. So you don't stand up to yourself and say, you know what, the hell with this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And every time you sabotage your own efforts to do things, to reach a goal, every time you do, you excuse yourself for whatever reason. There are 1,000 excuses, and nobody wanna be looked at as irresponsible or anything like that. So we give excuses. Every time you do that, you are being a bully to yourself. You're being toxic to yourself. So the exercise I have in this case to stop bullying you is you can stand in front of a mirror. I give this exercise to my clients all the time. You can stand in front of a mirror and you can either use kind words if that works for you, or you can use aggressive words like it works for me. So like for me, when I was in school, when I was like playing sports, I hated every time the coach was like, come on, you guys can do it. Come on, la la la. I hated all that rah-rah stuff. That didn't work for me. For me, you tell me, you motherfucker, just go and do that shit. You're not gonna baby yourself, just do it. Find a way, hustle, do whatever it is and figure it out. Figure it out, but do it. And then I'll be like, let's go. But all the sweet talk, like, come on, you're beautiful, and then you're sweet and all that stuff. I hated all that. So if you want to stop the bullying, use the words that work for you. Stand in front of the mirror, say whatever words that you think you can use to snap yourself out of that. Obviously, you have to know what part of your life you're being a bully. What story you telling yourself. Okay, and then and then you're gonna be the reflection. You're gonna answer yourself from the reflection perspective. There is a saying from Wayne Dyer that I love. I really love that saying, and that's my philosophy, and I tend to use that all the time. And maybe you're gonna hear it in several videos. And the saying goes, when you change the way you look at things, those things change. When you change the way you look at things, those things change. And it's extremely important we pay attention to that. Okay? Because if we bully ourselves, it's because we see ourselves a loser. We see ourselves as incapable of doing things. But if you change the way you look at those things, then those things are going to change. That's my invitation to you. I see you on the next video. Bye.